$25,000. It seems like a lot of money. If someone handed you $25,000 in 20s, you'd have a boatload of cash sitting on your desk. But $25,000 can buy you a 2 or 3 story house in Baltimore. And you think, wow, that's not a lot of money for a house. But at the same time, you could easily buy 2,000 or more Nicolas Cage pillows for $25,000, and you'd think, maybe that's a bit of money to waste on pillows. And I guess that's the real big term here, waste. In our game, Ark of War, you can spend $25,000 getting a maximum leadership commander. That's the cap rate. If you want to take a commander all the way up and figure out how much leadership you can add, it caps at 1.6 something million. And what that equates to is about $25,000. The math on that isn't really that difficult. In order to calculate 1.6 million leadership and what that equates to in magazines, it's not as simple as one magazine is 2 leadership, so that means you need 800,000 magazines multiplied by 2. Now that's not how it works, because there's a 60% success rate. There's also a 40% failure rate. So if you add 100 magazines, you will get on average 120 success plus a guaranteed plus 20, right? So that equates to about 140 leadership for every 100 magazines you add. So if you take 1.6 million leadership, right, divide it by 140 leadership per ad, that means if you add leadership 11,428 times, you will get up to 1.6 million on average. Pretty close to that. If you multiply that by 100, that tells you how many magazines. That equates to about 1.14 million magazines. Then you factor in the cost of a magazine, which is at buy one, get one prices, about 40 gold each. Multiply that by 40. It comes out to about $45,000, or 45 million gold. Sorry, 45 million gold. Okay, 45 million gold. Sure, if you buy a $100 pack, you get 100,000 gold, which would mean it would cost you $45,000 by just buying gold packs and using that gold for magazines. But you can get event packs that will have 20 stacks of 100 magazines, which is worth about 80,000. So you can stretch your gold out almost double. That means that if you divide 45 million by so if you divide 45 million by 180,000 gold, that tells you how many $100 packs, right? So if you're getting roughly 180,000 gold per pack for $100, it comes out to 253 $100 packs. Multiply that by $100. There you go. $25,400.
Wow.
To get 1.6 million leadership. So when you see these players in this game rolling around with a max leadership comm, just know there really is no cheaper way to get the commanders over a million leadership. You can get a bunch of free magazines farming every day and running bot simulators. You can get a couple hundred cheating every day, but not into the tens of thousands. So $25,000. That's what a max leadership commander costs in our game, which is ridiculous for a video game. But you have to ask yourself, are you the type of person that spends $25,000 on pleasure things every year? Maybe, maybe not. But some of the players do. Some people do have, or some people have visited Tahiti 5 times in their life with a partner. Some people have bought, brand new motorcycles and given them away or given them as gifts. Other people have bet $25,000 on black on a roulette table and lost it all. So when it comes down to it, $25,000 is a lot of money. And to some people, it's not a lot of money at all. But in our game, you can spend $25,000 and you can have a max leadership comm and you can be a part of this crazy legendary game. Now, I don't know what the buyer remorse rate is for the players that do get max leadership comms. I imagine by the time they quit, it's pretty high. But along the way, they get a little piece of immortality for being a max leadership player.